everybody. Kevin Broughton coming at you from Success Unlimited. Thank you so much for tuning into one of our really fun series and sessions called The Industry Superheroes. And we sure as heck have a superhero with us today. I am very, very fortunate to be able to chat with my friend, a guy who I got to know a little bit better a few months ago than I had before. And he's just a great guy. And he is the co-founder and CEO of a very important product in the mortgage space. And he is a 9-year resident of Lake Oswego, which is outside of Portland, Oregon. And just a wonderful guy who's founded a great product. And it's my pleasure to introduce my friend, Mr. Dave Savage from The Mortgage Coach. Hey, Dave, how are you?
It's good to be here, Kevin, and I'm honored.
Well, thank you so much. We had a fun little series that we thought up about 6 months ago, and we've had some great acceptance of the series, and we've just been able to bring on some industry, superheroes like yourself, and they've been able to share a little bit about what some of their contributions to the mortgage industry has been, how it's helped loan originators have a better life. And I know from firsthand, we're a user of your product and hoping to even become a larger user. That's a mission of ours in the coming 12 months, even though many of our people use it today. Tell me a little bit about Mortgage Coach, how it came to be, how you kind of thought this up, and what the product does for those that might be unfamiliar.
Yeah, so there's a lot there, but I was a loan officer that had a team that did about 300 loans in the 90s, and then I did, when I was scaling my company and going from my team to, I think at one time I had 100 loan officers. It was really, I built it to give us a competitive advantage. My big epiphany as a mortgage producer and a leader of loan officers was when I realized that if you could just wow a consumer, they're literally in 5 to 10 minutes are wow, I never thought of it like this. And they were thinking to themselves wow, this guy's sharp, smart, and I trust him. If I could get people to do that, then I'd kill it. And so actually people don't know this, but Mortgage Coach is a DBA of the company Wow Tools. So I founded Wow Tools to create this wow. And so, I think today Mortgage Coach it's a gift to the industry. Everything we've done to improve it has come from top producing loan officers that have said, hey, I'd like it if it did this. And really where I'm at today with Mortgage Coach is I just want more for the mortgage industry. I think if you're a local referral-based professional, your goal should not be competing with other local loan officers. Your goal should be to deliver the best advice experience a family's ever had. And you're competing with the CPA, you're competing with a financial planner, you're competing with a realtor, you're competing with every advisor that gives advice. You want to crush them. You want the family to go, wow, that was the most valuable 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever the time of your consultation was I've ever had. And that's what we're all about.
What a great mission, to be the best advisor, the best counselor, the best family info provider to help people have a better life is really the mission behind the product, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very purpose driven. We think that there is a financial literacy crisis in America. I don't think people graduate from high school or college really understanding renting versus owning. They don't understand how to make liability decisions, car loans, credit cards, student loans. They just don't know. And so the mortgage industry, guys, we can solve all that through the advice that we give to the families that we serve, and even the social media content that we create. I think, my push to the industry is create social media content that helps people become financial literate faster and financial free faster through mortgage and liability decisions.
Correct. And that's the right mission. It's what we all should be doing. It's funny about your product is the largest producer in the country that I actually know and have a personal one-on-one relationship with uses Mortgage Coach on every single pitch she ever makes, and wouldn't know what to do without it. And another quote I heard from another guy that I highly respect, a very, very productive person, said to me the other day, he said, when I'm competing, As long as the other person doesn't have Mortgage Coach, I've never lost a competitive bid ever in doing this job for over 18 years. When I use Mortgage Coach, and if I'm up against someone that isn't using it, I've never lost, which is pretty unbelievable if you think about it. And that's from a three-digit per year unit loan closer. He's a 100+ guy every year, and that's what he told me. So I know your product works. How do you spread the word? Do you sell only to companies, or do you sell to loan officers as well, or how does your product and business expand?
Yeah, so no, we call it the broker edition. So loan officers can sign up individually for $120 a month. And then we have, over 125 enterprises like yourself where, you've taken the leadership role to say, hey, we think loan officers need to be more than transaction coordinators. They need to deliver advice. And you've built it into your tech stack. You've built it into how you teach, train, and motivate your loan officers. And so the price is less. Different companies handle that differently as to what percentage they pay or if they pay for it. But yeah, if you're a loan officer listening to this and you want to be the best advisor to a family, come on over. I think we're not just a tech company. We're a philosophy. We're this philosophy that when someone is getting into mortgage debt, whether it's a refi, a purchase, a first-time buyer, a move-up buyer, that a little bit of financial literacy is a competitive advantage. And then the other thing in today's market, I'm hearing that rate shopping is going up. I mean, let's face it, rates have gone up. And anybody that you did a pre-qual a month ago or 2 months ago, they're looking at a different rate. And so, when we did the Modern Mortgage Summit recently, I looked at every person on that stage, and not only did they have the highest conversion rates in their companies, not only did they have the fewest price exceptions, they all had something in common. And that was, we're not just doing loans. We're providing borrower education in a way that's a competitive advantage.
There's no doubt. And I think that, as you stated earlier, unfortunately, the educational system in America is not designed for kids to come out of high school and heck, even college, like you said, with true financial literacy at all. And I think back, gosh, I'm so old now, but 30 years ago when I got out of those institutions, I didn't learn anything about that. And now I have kids in those, arenas, and they don't really have much more than we did. So I think it's great that your product truly helps somebody help another family make better decisions, which hopefully leads to a legacy opportunity for them and their families to create wealth through home ownership and the retiring of that debt, in a proper fashion to create an asset. So I just love what your product does. I love how it showcases it. Like I said earlier, we're making a big push here to even be a bigger user. We want to be your best client over the next 24 months because we feel that that's a definite edge, but it's also an opportunity to make people's lives better. And we're driven by both. At the end of the day, yes, we're a for-profit business, but we also have a tremendous burning desire to help a large number of people have a better life. And I think this is one product that can help that come true for both the lives of our loan originators, branch managers, as well as the consumers. So I think it's great. Do you see any trends nationally that worry you at all over the next 12 to 24 months that you've heard of, or do you think that we're in for some good times? What's just a little national view that you see? I know you get to look from more of a 30,000 foot view at times than many others.
Well, I mean, we all know that whether you're in mortgage or you're in real estate, there is this digital transformation that's taking place in the world, and everything that can be automated will be automated. I do think whether you're in mortgage or real estate, you need to steal a playbook from the specialty retail industry. There's an acronym that again, I didn't make this up. I learned it from a futurist. It's WACD. So write down WACD. And if you were a specialty retailer and you've executed really well on WACD, your stock price is up, you've got a sustainable retail model. If you have not executed on WACD, you're either already out of business or you're losing momentum and you're going to die. And that acronym stands for what Amazon can't do, WACD. Now we're in housing, so I'd say we throw a Z in it, what Amazon and Zillow can't do. So that is a macro trend that is impacting realtors, local professionals. Most of your loan officers are local referral-based professionals. And so I think we need to think the macro trend is do what Amazon, and again, Amazon's not in the mortgage business yet, but it's a question of how and when they're going to be in real estate and or mortgage. But the Amazonification of America, it's here. Consumers have a different expectation on how they're going to purchase things and how they're going to be educated around purchasing things. Yeah. So if you're a local referral-based loan officer, if you're not using video, you need to. Like, that is personal connection. Put a video on every touch point you can, and start with text video. Like, you can just, after I get done talking, to Kevin here, I'm going to just send him a 15-second text video, say, thanks for the opportunity, but put your video and connect in an emotional way, because that's who you are. That's, your advantage, the hyper personal connection you can put on people. And then if you're just delivering rate, payment, cash to close, guys, that can be automated, and here's the deal, guys. There is going to be a time, I think by 2027, when as consumers, when we call, could be AT&T, could be a mortgage company, could be anyone, and we're talking to someone, it's going to be such a lifelike conversation. We're not going to know whether we're talking to man or machine. So you've got to put a video on it, and then you've got to deliver advice beyond the transaction. And here's the deal. What I am suggesting right now will improve your conversion rates today. It will improve your referrals today. It will improve your profitability so you have less price exceptions. And here's the deal. If you're a loan officer listening to this, well, the way your comp plan works, you may not be getting the hit on a per transaction basis. But here's the deal, guys. In mortgage, there's tension. Like, every real estate deal has tension in it. And we want constructive tension. Like, that's the more, but price shopping and grinding, that's unconstructive tension. And you're hurting your conversion rates, you're hurting your referrals. And so the more you can deliver a high value, high personal experience, the more you don't have to worry about WACD. You'll have a business that will accelerate this entire decade.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I wrote it down. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to think about that on a regular daily basis, because I think it will help improve conversion ratios and client relationships and everything that you just stated. I think it can help it tomorrow if we start acting on things such as you just said today. I love that insight. I love the fact that you get to see things around the country that others don't. I believe you were just in San Diego a few days ago and got to see a lot of stuff that may or may not be coming, that it's nice to have people that get a shot at that first, and that you're willing to share. So I'm going to get yelled at if we don't cut this off, Dave, because I'm at a strict time frame. But thank you so much for joining us today. You've been a stalwart of the industry, a guy that people can count on. You're extremely kind and nice, which is really important as well. And I think your business has grown because it brings tremendous value, true value, and it makes people have a better life. So I hope that Mortgage Coach software keeps growing. I hope we keep growing as a client of yours. I look forward to seeing you personally in a couple weeks. And thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much. Honored to be here, and look forward to keeping it growing together.
All right, my friend. Take care. Have a good one.